No, drive it, bud. Don't look at me. Yeah, attaboy. Get her. Get her. Good job, buddy. What's going on, guys? Back again. New video. It's been a little while. And some things change around here. I know in my last video I asked you guys to pray for my dad. Well, guys, he didn't make it back from the hospital this time. It's been a couple months. It's February now, and I feel comfortable enough to talk about it. He had some different issues when he went back to the hospital this time, and like I said, he didn't come home. He ended up, his heart stopped, and they had to resuscitate him. They had to put him on a vent, and he ended up passing the next day. So it's gonna be tough. It's hard to want to work on this, considering that was mine and his thing. But I'm not saying this for sympathy or nothing. It's just, I figure it's fair to you all to know what happened to him. Because this is as much his dream as it is mine. So today we're gonna try to put the torque converter bolts in and get that done. And if I got time, I'm gonna try to bleed some brakes. Little man back there, you can see I've got it in cinematic mode. He's up in the car thinking he's driving, getting the next generation ready of racers. He's already asking me for a go-kart. He's 4, so we'll see. But stick around, guys, and we'll get started. All right, guys, I've got her jacked up here so I can get underneath her. Got our, well, so focus here. Got our torque converter bolts sitting up here. I'm gonna climb underneath there and put the bolts in and have Ashley set up here and try to turn the motor over for me so I can get to them. I do have the action camera set up. You can't see it's underneath the car. So hopefully I can do a time lapse. Now, I have never done a time lapse before, so hopefully this goes well. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. We're gonna get that out of the way now. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We've grown a little bit. Even though I haven't been posting, we've grown. And I appreciate it. We're getting closer and closer to 50. Once we hit 50, the goal's 100. I'm not shooting to get 1,000, 2,000 people today, tomorrow, whatever. But I'm gonna do it. Little man's over here talking in the background, talking to mommy there. You can see him walking around looking at the other car. Plans are still to do that car because it's what Dad wanted. He wanted me to get in a late model. After we started on this and he started paying attention to some other things, he noticed a late model was probably going to be the way to go. He's the one who figured out that, so it probably won't be this year. Sponsors are tight this year, man. I mean, we've still got Corley's on the car. Been in talks with them about some different things. Still got Kenyon Creations, my mom. And that's really it right now. I haven't talked to nobody else. I was doing a thing. And what I want to do is put 10, 20 names right here for $25 a spot. At the end of the year, take that decking out, sign both pieces, and to the people who did the little sponsorship, get that piece of decking. It's an easy way to sponsor a car. It's a cheap way to sponsor a car. Get your small business out there for $25. You get your name out there. I mean, tax write-offs are nice, but get your name out there. Be on these YouTube videos because I'm getting ready to start posting regularly. So, guys, let's get ready to do it. hopefully that turned out pretty good. Did a time lapse. It actually worked that time. I tried once before and could not get it to work. So I've done some research and hopefully that turns out better. Torque converters bolted back in now. Major accomplishment today. Been putting that off for a while, like I said, because of everything that happened. Just kind of put it off for a while. Depending on the weather, because it's starting to cloud up pretty bad, I'm gonna cover the car up if I think it's gonna start raining, because ain't no sense in working in the rain. We're not up under the carport anymore. We're out here in the open working, because the carport's kind of a mess right now. Moving stuff around. Got some more tires off a buddy of mine. His dad used to race. I work with the guy, and his dad used to race. His dad passed away back in the summer, and they're cleaning out their old race shop, which they're from up in Illinois. And where they're cleaning out the old race shop, he had a bunch of tires that were already sopped and grooved. All I've got to do is mount them on wheels and go, which got a surprise for some wheels. Think I found some wheels I really want to try out this year. Think they'll set the car off. Right now we're looking at practice in, I think it's 3 weeks. So I've got this weekend off, next weekend off to get the car ready. Then I'll work a weekend. So we'll see. I think it's the weekend after that. I'll have to look real quick. So yeah, guys, I just pulled it up. I'm off this weekend, next weekend. I work the weekend after that. Then we have practice the weekend after that. So trying to get the car ready between this weekend, next weekend. Got that done. Honestly, need to pull the carb and take it to the girlfriend's cousin. He owns a engine shop up in Church Hill. He does a lot of drag racing stuff, but everybody's told me he's a whiz with the carburetor, so I'm gonna take it to him and see if I can't get this carburetor issue worked out. Might take the other one that I rebuilt in the previous videos, which I know it wasn't some of the best content ever, but it was a start. We're learning. I think we're coming along pretty good. Take that carb up to Travis as well. It's Travis Cox with CRE race engines, which is Cox Racing engines. We're going to take probably both our carbs up there. I'll have him go ahead and get the one that's on the car cleaned up and ready to roll, get it tuned in to where I can run it. And then the one that's sitting over here on the on top of the toolbox, I'm going to take it to him and see if he can figure out what was causing my issues while the high idle and all that. I don't know if it's just dirty gas, float stuck, whatever, you know, it's what it is. So hopefully we can get that took care of. All I like to get this car ready to race is now put the dipstick tube back into the transmission. So I'm gonna do that probably here in just a second. Probably won't get it on video because when I was doing the time lapse, it ran my camera dead. I was down to like 2% battery. Hadn't used it in forever, so it hadn't been charged. So we're gonna charge that right now. She went to the store, so I actually, like, the time lapse will be edited in together, which, I mean, you're gonna see this part after the time lapse. Time lapse is gonna be edited in together. It's not gonna be the exact full time lapse because there's a lot of it where I'm climbing out from under the car, coming up in the front, turning the motor over, climbing back under the car, making sure it's right, climbing back out. A lot of me bouncing around because she had to leave and go to the store. So this time lapse is just to test, see if I can get the time lapse to work. Like I said, I do believe I got it to take. We're gonna put the dipstick tube in next. Then all I like is one bolt in the drive shaft. I have yet to buy this daggone bolt, so I've got to go get the bolt. Probably gonna go get it from Lowe's either today or tomorrow. I know tomorrow's the Super Bowl. We're gonna watch the Super Bowl. I'm gonna do a little thing for me and her watching the Super Bowl. I'm actually gonna put another video out sometime this week on my thoughts on the Coliseum race NASCAR ran with the new cars. I'm gonna give my thoughts on that because it was a short track race and I like short track racing. So I'm gonna kind of give my opinion on that. And then we're going to discuss some other things. It's more like a discussion type video. I'm just gonna do a lot of talking, which, I mean, I already do that. I know, I talk a lot. Sorry, it's what I do. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna talk about our plans with the car back here. And I'm gonna talk about some other things going on. Again, like I said, I've been gone for a little bit. I'm gonna end up probably just doing a tribute video to my dad. It'll be a short video, but I'll probably do a tribute video to him probably closer to race season. When we do the practice session that we've got going on, I believe that's March the 5th at I-75 Raceway in Sweetwater, Tennessee, which I think the actual address is like Neosho. I don't know how to pronounce it. Never heard of the place until a few years ago when I-75 opened back up. I know we went there when it was Murphy Speedway when I was little. But we're going to go down there, run open practice, and see what this car does. So I'm going to put the dipstick tube back in here in a minute. I'm going to silicone it. Might show that after it's done. And then after it's done, I'm going to probably call it a day. I'm tired. My hands have been bothering me really bad. With what I do at work, I hang molds for a living in a plastics plant, and where I'm taking the bolts in and out of the clamps all the time. I don't know what it is, but it's like the last couple of months my hands hurt and they draw up real bad. I can't move them. So it limits me on the working, especially when I'm turning bolts by hand. It limits my work because my hands will just cramp up and I can't do anything. Like, I literally cannot move. And it sucks because I've got stuff to get done, but this car is pretty close to being done. Got to charge the battery. We'll probably fire it up with the oil that's in the car for now, but I'm not going to run on that. I'll probably change the oil next weekend. So I got to change the oil on the truck next weekend. Got to put a cold air intake on the big black truck. Got the blue spring kit from Sinister Diesel we're putting in on it to just give it some improvements, hopefully help with the fuel mileage. Because it being cold, it's got a couple bad glow plugs I need to get replaced. But with it being cold and the glow plug issue, she's sucking the diesel, and diesel's not cheap right now. I don't know how much it is where you're at, but where I'm at, it's right at $4 a gallon right down here off the interstate. So yeah, fun stuff. One thing I do want to discuss is, y'all have heard me in prior videos about how I work out here in the open. I can't work anywhere else. Well, I've kind of got that solution fixed. So when Dad raced back in the day, we raced out of our basement. I've got a garage door. I've got enough room for at least 2, possibly 3 cars, so I can fit the late model and my car in there, and all my tools, workbenches, all that. So it will give me something to do, work in the winter, instead of having to pick and choose my days when it's raining or not raining and do this and do that. I'll be able to move the car into the basement. Plus, it'll allow me to put my trailer in there. Everything will probably go inside to keep things put up. And it makes room for everything up here. I can park Dad's truck in the carport, park my truck in the carport. If I need to work on the truck, pull the truck up into the carport, be out of the weather, be able to work on it. So, some of y'all are probably like, well, why haven't you done that before? Dad couldn't get to the basement. And his thing was he wanted to be able to be out here when I worked on the car, and he wanted to be out here to help guide me. And he's definitely taught me a lot over the years when it comes to cars, and without him, none of this would be possible. None of it. I wouldn't have the love I have for racing. I wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for my dad. So this season's going to be in honor of him. And I plan on racing, guys. I know I've said it for a little while now that, oh, we're going to get back out there. We're going to get back out there. And I kept pushing it off. I kept taking my time working on the car. A lot of stuff didn't get put on video like it should have. I've drugged my feet a lot because, let's be honest, I've had some hesitance with everything that's happened with the car. First night out, we blow a motor up before I ever had a YouTube channel. Tore up 2 transmissions, I think, in 5 races. Always having issues. So I let that get in my head, and it's on me. Now it's my turn to go out here and get in somebody else's head and it be on them. Even if it's me getting out of my own head, and that's the only thing I do. I've got to do something to get this car running. I got to get on the track. Because right back here on the back of this window, on the back window, it's going to say in memory of my dad, Chris Kenyon. And I'm going to want to honor him, guys. Like I said, he's the reason why I love racing. He's the reason why I'm even in a car now. He's the reason why the car's purple. So that's where we're at. We're going to try to run as much as we can. I still haven't heard anything about the Gap with the schedule yet. I know 411's got pretty much a big race schedule, and I-75 is supposed to be running us for points. I know there's probably 1 or 2 races I will miss because of work or family coming into town. Quite possibly I might not even make the whole season. I might just run, hit or miss schedule for points and see where we shake out at, because there's going to be a lot of guys that don't show up every week for points. There's going to be guys that go to Tazewell instead. Tazewell is not on my schedule. It's not on my plans right now. I ain't going to say it intimidates me, but it intimidates me. That's not in my plans right now. But guys, I appreciate all you new subscribers. I appreciate all my old subscribers. I appreciate everybody watches my videos, shares my videos. Just please like them, comment, tell your friends. If people want to watch a guy who's low budget, low buck, has a barking dog, pretty nice girlfriend who helps take care of him, and 2 little rugrats that run around that want to climb in a car and make car noises. Just share it, like it, subscribe. Be back in a minute. All right, we got her all covered back up because I'm out of Permatex, so can't put a dipstick tube in with that Permatex. So I'm gonna call it a day today. Got the dipstick tube to put in tomorrow. I think we're gonna try to do brakes in that tomorrow, because even though it's supposed to be cold as all get out, we want to get it done tomorrow, because like I said, next weekend I need to do some stuff for the truck. Plus that'll give me enough time to be able to get the carburetor worked on next weekend, try to get it running next weekend, and see what we can do with her. If I can get it running, I'm gonna pull it down in the basement and get it put up. But we've got her covered up. Got the other car back there, truck's over there. So guys, thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.